again, everybody. I'm Dirili here again. I just wanted to make a quick little addition to that last audio log I did. I realized that I kind of forgot to give a straight answer as to how I was feeling now, as a couple of people asked me afterwards if I was feeling any better. Well, I could have just said, I'm feeling fine, I'm feeling great, feeling a lot better, but I don't know. I just had this weird thing about being honest about things. So I have to be honest and say that I'm not quite there yet. I do feel somewhat better, as a bit of the weight has been taken off my mind since my schedule is a bit lowered. However, I've still been working myself to the bone, and probably will be for about another 2 weeks, because I'm trying to get a few days ahead on video so that I can have time to do other work. Particularly because I ordered a new computer, which will take some time to set up, but there are a number of things that I really hope will improve with that, with having the new system. This computer of mine that I've been recording with has been having various problems around the time the Vita started to fail, and I haven't been able to get this system back into peak functioning order again. And I'm kind of worried about using Windows 10 with the new computer because it kind of sounds like a lot of things don't work with it. And I'm hoping that at least all the stuff I need to do recordings will work with it, because that's the important thing for it. But, most of the time, I don't like to talk about when I'm feeling bad because I don't like to complain and I don't want to drag other people down. But I've been having this completely unreasonable, deep sadness about the fact that I can't do everything that I want to do. There aren't even that many good English titles available, but I still can't read through all of them fast enough. And I'm even more interested in translating titles, but it's so difficult to get in contact with people or find people that have the time and ability to work on things. I desperately need to learn Japanese, but I can't even buckle down on that until after I've done some more artwork with the dolls and sold off a significant portion of my inventory to reduce the debt I've incurred buying materials for that and also for the equipment for doing the channel. So mostly what's weighing on me is that there just isn't enough time. And I know that it's completely ridiculous of me to lament something like that, something that can't be changed, but I can't help feeling that way in my heart. Just really, really sad that I'll probably die before I ever get to read all the things that I really want to read. And not even just for the channel, but my inability to read Japanese right now prevents me from being able to read Japanese games that will never get translated for myself or the channel on my own. Well, the reason why it gets to me so badly is because of my predisposition towards depression, amongst other things. Give me a minute to explain in full. I don't want you all to worry about this, and I'll tell you why afterwards. It may sound serious at first, but just listen to the whole thing. It's a long story, but I'm going to give you the short of it for now, or try to anyway. I may talk about the whole thing in a future audiolog. I'm hoping it could actually inspire some people later on, maybe help some other people to deal with the same things. But for now, alright, the short of it is, I was in a private Christian school from kindergarten to 10th grade, and it was so small that there were only 4 people in my class when I was in 10th grade. So, if you were a social outcast, there was no way to make friends. There was nobody to make friends with. There was only, if there's 4 people in your class, well, I was one of the 4, so there's only 3 other people there. If there's 3 people are friends, and I'm not their friend, they don't like me, then who's there left, And it's, the other grades didn't have that many people either, so mostly everybody's stuck in one group, and then if, there's one person that's the nerd, then there's no other nerds to hang out with, or I don't know, it's weird. Yeah, I was pretty much the only nerd. Oh well. Well, I was shy and awkward, so I was bullied from 1st grade till I transferred to public school in 11th and 12th grade. The worst of it was from 6th to 10th grade. Then I had my first boyfriend in my senior year of high school, and he was so fantastic the first 2 years, but then became mentally and emotionally abusive, and I foolishly stuck with him for another 4 years after that, thinking I could fix him if I hung in there long enough, and I was understanding enough and worked with him. I thought maybe he would go back to his old self or something. And that's why I hate guys in games that overdo it on calling the heroine stupid all the time, because that boyfriend of mine called me stupid a lot, which was pretty unwarranted as, well, he may have had the street smarts over me and the social smarts, as I was raised in such a small sheltered environment. However, I was the one that got all straight A's, while he couldn't even get past 11th grade and took a while to get his GED, amongst other things. Well, they also used to call me stupid in private school as well, because of my awkwardness, so that didn't help either, with dealing with him calling me stupid, or with other things later in life. But being called stupid your whole life can really weigh on you. I think I'm pretty good at understanding people and being able to encourage and comfort them, to understand the things that they're dealing with, especially given the things that I've had to deal with. But when it comes to dealing with people outside of understanding and comforting them, I've never really learned how to do that very well, somehow. And the cruel people just always called me stupid in my youth because of that. But because of the prolonged period of mental and sometimes light physical abuse, I developed depression and social anxiety and, well, not really OCD, but I'm easily obsessed, as you can kind of see from the way that I've been working on my channel. The social anxiety eventually became so overwhelming that I eventually became disabled, so that's why I'm able to work on the videos as many hours as I do. Socializing online is far less stressful than dealing with people in real life, but I still get this terrible fear every time I go to read messages because I'm afraid it's going to be something bad. And it hasn't even been very often for me so far, but I just dealt with that sort of thing so long in my life that it's completely ingrained on me to always be afraid of that. However, before I even started YouTube, I did steel myself with the knowledge that there are thousands of trolls out there. And even without them, no matter what you do, you just can't please all the people all the time. From what I noticed, it seems like the hardest working people that produce good quality work, for the most part, you can expect 10% negative input. So I keep that in mind to keep things in perspective for me. Oh, sorry, really, the YouTube thing was kind of a tangent. But the real point is that I suffer from depression, social anxiety, and obsessive tendencies. So I've been feeling particularly depressed about my inability to do the things that I want to do at the pace that I want to do them. Why can't they just stop time for about a year so I can have time to study and work? But unfortunately, I do not have that power. But the reason I don't want you all to worry about these things is because I've learned how to live and cope with my conditions. It took a while, and it was really hard up until about my mid-20s, but I developed some better coping mechanisms. When I get depressed, I have to recognize it and just wait it out, because I know it will pass. It can be really bad sometimes, but logically, I'm able to partition my mind. That part of my mind, that logical side, is able to keep me in line and say, look, I know things are bad, but you know it always passes. You know all you have to do is wait it out. It could be a while, but it will go away. So far in my life, I've been able to deal with it that way. So basically, to sum things up, I'm not really out of the woods yet and feeling great or anything, but I think I'll be there in about a week or two, once I have a safe cushion of being a few videos ahead, and I have my new system set up, and have a chance to start getting back to making money again, hopefully. Oh, and cross your fingers for me that I can sell some of my ball joint dolls, because I decided to sell some of them to help with the debt, but it can be difficult to sell them because they're such high-priced items, and I'm not about to sell them for like a quarter of their worth or anything, because that would kind of defeat the purpose. Sometimes you have to wait for a few months or years before a doll collector looking for that particular doll comes along. So that's kind of a difficult market to deal with. Well, that was way longer than I planned on it being. Sorry about that, and I'm sorry for the lack of background goodies, because I'm putting this together pretty quickly because I'm trying to get ahead of things. As I was saying, I don't want this to delay things, so I'm sorry about that. But again, I really wanted to thank you all for being concerned, and I'm not quite being, super happy and well, but I know I'm going to be there very soon. So I hope you all have a really great week. So bye-bye everybody, and thanks again. Dirili signing out.